Okay, welcome. I'd like to call this July 8th, 2024 council meeting to order. If you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Hare.
Here.
Hazeltine.
Present.
Rose.
Here.
Shields. Here. Simpson.
Here.
Coin.
Here.
DeSalvo. Here.
Reading of the minutes.
Mr. President,
Mr. Shields.
I move that the minutes of the regular meeting of June 24, 2024, as prepared and submitted by the clerk, be approved.
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Will the clerk please call the roll on the approval of the minutes?
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Reports of standing committees. The Finance Committee met prior to council this evening and will meet again on August 28th, is it? I think? 26th. We have a break. We do need a break. We work very hard. So we have a break for 6 weeks and we'll be back in August 26th. Health, Safety, and Sanitation, Mr. Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, nothing to report.
Public Properties, Mr. Shields.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, nothing to report this evening.
Special Legislation, Mr. Rose.
Thank you, Mr. President. Nothing to report, no meeting scheduled.
Streets and Sidewalks, Ms. Hare.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting schedule and nothing to report.
Water and Utilities, Ms. Hazeltine.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled and nothing to report.
Emerging Technologies, Mrs. DeSalvo.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled at this time and nothing new to report.
Okay. Requests for council action, we have a few for finance. We have 24-146, budget amendments, 24-147, grant application, Federal Highway Administration, 24-148, grant application, Ohio Public Works Commission, 24-149, ODOT Cooperative Purchase Program, East Reagan Parkway Rehabilitation, and 24-150, grant application for Spring Grove Cemetery Lake Repair. Reports of municipal officers. Mayor Hamwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Medina Community Band concerts began on June 7th. They're at 8:30 each Friday in June and July, as well as July 4th. And their weather permitting, if there's adverse weather, they move to the Western Reserve Masonic Community, which is what they had to do on July 4th because of the rain. We had a multitude of July 4th activities that took place in the community. July 3rd, the Fireworks Festival took place at the Medina Rec Center from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Then attendees could stay for the fireworks. This helps expose the rec center and our programs to the new people in hopes of growing our memberships. Well, I'll address with Jansen's comments in a short time here. The fireworks were provided at 10 p.m. from the Medina High School complex. Had many compliments, council, because we raised the amount paid for the fireworks from $15,000 to $20,000, along with additional donations from the Medina Township and Montville Township, and they lasted just short of 30 minutes. On July 4th morning, the Twin Sizzler took place, started and ended on the square. The parade was held in the rain, and I just thankful for the police help with the organization and traffic control to keep everybody safe. As I said, the community band concert was moved to the Western Reserve Masonic Community because of the inclement weather. And with all those events taking place, it was a lot of work and a lot of effort of our safety forces at times in the adverse weather conditions, and that dedication makes me proud. At this time, I'd like to invite Council at Large Member Paul Rose to join me up front to recognize the 50th anniversary of the Medina Summer Reinforcement Program, and invite co-directors Jane Langle and Kim Love to join us up front, please. So this is a City of Medina proclamation in recognition of Medina Summer Reinforcement Program's 50th anniversary. Whereas the Medina Summer Reinforcement Program is celebrating its 50th year of providing academic, reteaching, and reinforcement of classroom skills to students in Medina County. Jane Langle and Kim Love have directed the program for the past 45 years. For both of these dedicated women, it has been a labor of love. And whereas the Summer Reinforcement Program began 50 years ago as an outreach of the Association of Children with Learning Disabilities, it was founded by the Garfield Elementary master teacher, Dorothea Finna.
Dorothea.
Dorothy Finna. I lost my place. I got it. Who directed the program with the assistance of special education teacher Carol Manon. And whereas when Miss Finna and Miss Nanan stepped down, Miss Langle and Miss Love assumed the roles of co-directors. They continue in those positions to this day. Kim Love brings her teaching and administrative skills, and Jane Langle brings business management experience to their roles. The SRP was incorporated as a nonprofit organization in 1989 through the efforts of Jane and Kim. And now, therefore, I, Dennis Hanwell, Mayor of the City of Medina, and the members of the Medina City Council urge all citizens to join us in paying tribute to the Medina Summer Reinforcement Program for their 50 years of dedicated service to our youth and our community. And I've placed the city seal here, and I present this to you on behalf of the city now.
Oh. You say thank you. It has to be, we're on, now we're on. All I can do is say thank you. It's been a wonderful run. We began with, the first class had only 7 students under Dorothy Finna, master teacher, and it's evolved into a wonderful team of workers. Our current staff is 28, very professional adults working with youngsters with a variety of needs in math and reading. And it's been an exciting experience to see young people blossom and grow in Medina. And I always call it a homegrown program. We're the only one like us. There's no branch or chapters. It's just us.
Just us.
So thank you very much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Again, I just want to say thank you because it's the people that we surround ourselves with. We are family, and this time in the summer goes so quickly. We have almost our entire staff back. We partner with Bookmobile now. We partner with Feed Medina County. We also have a music program. You guys are near and dear to Jane and I's heart, and now after 50 years, someone comes and asks me where rubber bands are. I can now point to the right, to the right tub, and so, and we already have plans going for next year for number 51. So thank you, thank you.
God bless you both. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We'd also like to thank those of you here that also work in the program. We don't want to go without recognizing you. God bless you all. Mr. President, if I may then, on behalf of Jansen from the Parks and Rec Department, he wanted to let the council know that the fireworks festival at the Rec Center was a huge success with over 4,000 participants. They also ran a 2-day membership sale.
Employees would complete a training on fraud, and we are kind of working out some bugs with that and making sure we get all the certificates back. I want to thank the council members who've already completed it and remind the rest of you, you're government employees too, so I need you to get this training done and get me your certificate because the auditors are going to come around and ask for them because it's the first year of it, so that's what they do. Other than that, there's a couple things that originated with finance on the agenda later, and I'll address those when we get there.
Thank you, Mr. Huber, Law Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mrs. Marshall, Economic Development Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple items to note for council and the public this evening. First, the most exciting news is the demolition began for the Legacy Hotel Medina project at 257 South Court Street. I think Dan Gladish probably has more technical details on that, but we're excited to see that project get going. Also coming up later in the month, I know you all will be on break, but if you're in town, we do have several ribbon cutting events that day, starting out with actually the Legacy Hotel groundbreaking ceremony, which is at 257 South Court Street at 11 a.m. And then we have a new business opening, New Horizon Chiropractic, located at 740 East Washington Street in Suite E1. Then at 2 o'clock, we'll be back on the square for the Commercial and Savings Bank, which is a new business that opened at 23 Public Square, Suite 200, which is the offices above Honeybee Bakery. And then at 3 o'clock, back up to North Court for the Aladdin's, which is the new restaurant at 951 North Court. So that's what we have lined up so far. We only have one time slot left, which is 4 o'clock. Nothing's been booked for that yet. And then last, I think I mentioned to you a couple weeks ago about we're still waiting to hear from the state of Ohio on our grant through the Ohio Department of Development for the Yost Sunoco site for the Phase 1 and Phase 2, which we applied for. That was like back in January or February. We still have not heard. So kind of formulating a plan B for that site, just in case we don't get that grant. I'm looking into another grant opportunity for the environmental assessments, and which would be under a different agency. And if that's the case, we'll bring that back to council for your approval for that application. So that's my report.
Thank you. Chief Kinney, Police Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. One quick announcement. We have our National Night Out event. Will be August 6th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., and it will be held at the Medina Rec Center. I'd encourage everyone to come out, meet the officers. We'll have neighboring police departments there as well, fire departments, EMS, and some other folks that we collaborate with throughout the year. Hope to see you there. Thanks.
Mr. Pacoli, Service Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report this evening.
Mr. Gladish, Building Official.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Patton, City Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm happy to announce West Smith. We are about 2 weeks away from opening it. We anticipate opening it to all traffic the week of July 22nd. I want to thank everyone for their patience during the entire project. Also, our concrete street repair program started today. This is the replacing of concrete pavement throughout the city. Work began in the northwest corner of the city and will continue basically on a clockwise fashion. Appreciate your patience when driving through those areas.
Thank you. Chief Walters, Fire Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Dutton, Planning Community Development Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Thank you. We have confirmation of mayor's appointments. We have one for the Historic Preservation Board. Matthew Straley, term expiring 12/31/26.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Notices, communications, petitions, none. Unfinished business is none. Introduction of visitors. Members of the public will be permitted the opportunity to speak on any issue or concern which pertains to the city during the portion of the council agenda devoted to introduction of visitors. All comments shall be directed to the chair, and a reasonable time limit of approximately 5 minutes will be imposed. If there's a group, please appoint a spokesperson. Speakers should approach the rear microphone, state their name and address so it can be entered in the minutes. Members of the public will be afforded the opportunity to comment on other portions of the meeting as determined by the chair or by a vote of the majority of council members present. Is there anybody that wishes to address council at this time? Yes, Tammy. We have one. Okay, this is good.
Come on down.
Hi, Tammy Kirby, 246 West Friendship Street. I just want to thank the city for taking care of us when we have all our events. It was very pleasing to see that Nino's group was able to keep up with the trash. As you know, Rick and I are through the area a lot, and we just greatly appreciate that the city, as we increase and have these large events, that we're able to keep up with the city and keep us safe and keep us clean. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Chad? Okay. Introduction and consideration of ordinances and resolutions. At this time, I entertain a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings on the following ordinances, resolutions. Resolution 132-24, 133-24, ordinance 134-24, 135-24, 136-24, 137-24, resolution 138-24, ordinance 139-24, and resolution 140-24.
Mr. President,
Mr. Shields.
I will make a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings of tonight's ordinances and resolutions.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion to suspend the rules? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution 132-24, resolution authorizing the Medina Police Department to apply for a 2024 State Violent Crime Grant and to accept the grant if it is awarded.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Chief Kinney.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is for permission to apply and accept if awarded the violent crime grant. This will be dedicated to pay for our flock cameras for 2025 in the amount of $30,000. The emergency clause is requested. The application was due June 21st. Thank you.
Okay. No emergency clause. The resolution is automatic in effect, so you're still good. Any other questions on the resolution? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the resolution?
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Resolution 132-24 passes 7-0.
Resolution 133-24, a resolution authorizing the filing of a grant application to Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation to cover the cost of 13 AEDs.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Is this Chief?
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. President. This is a grant that we're requesting permission to apply for and accept if awarded. This will provide 13 AEDs for our frontline cruisers.
Question? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the resolution?
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Resolution 133-24 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 134-24, amending ordinance number 108-23, passed August 28, 2023, authorizing the mayor to execute an amendment to the lease agreement between the Medina County Board of Commissioners and the City of Medina for the lease of a portion of Medina County Courthouse complex known as 1969 Courthouse.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Mayor Hamel?
Thank you, Mr. President. As the council's aware, but the county operations there. So we're going to continue to save that $70,000 and just begin the lease payments. And that's what these modifications entail. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions, comments? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Ordinance 134-24 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 135-24, an ordinance approving the petition of LTC Montville LLC to be included within the City of Medina Montville Township Joint Economic Development District pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 71576.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. President.
Mr. Shields?
The emergency clause has been requested. I move to add it this time.
My second includes the emergency clause.
Discussion on both the ordinance and emergency clause. Mrs. Marshall?
Thank you, Mr. President. So this request is to approve a petition for LTC Montville LLC located at 6045 Worcester Pike Road, parcel number 03011A05008 to join the City of Medina Montville Township Joint Economic Development District. This is for construction of a new 71,071 square foot, 99-bed nursing facility. It's a $17 million investment, creating 120 new jobs and a little over $6 million in payroll, which will split the income tax with Montville Township on that. The Medina County Commissioners met with the developer and approved their CRA on June 11th, and the developers also had several meetings with the township trustees and their planning and zoning folks. The emergency clause is requested as the developer needs to apply for the licenses for the beds from the state of Ohio, and there's very specific timelines that they have to meet. And so that's why we're requesting the emergency clause. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the emergency clause?
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Ordinance 135-24 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 136-24, an ordinance amending ordinance number 2023 passed January 23, 23, relative to the estimated cost of the project for the city railroad improvements project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, Mr. Patton.
Thank you, Mr. President. During completion of this project, which is the rail improvement project, it installed a new at-grade crossing on 18 by AI route, and then a lot of drainage improvements. Ran into a couple of unexpected issues. The result is we requesting an authorized amount be increased by just under $20,000.
Thank you. Any questions? Clerk, please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Ordinance 136-24 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 137-24, an ordinance amending ordinance number 190-23 passed November 28, 2023, amendments to the 24 budget.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, Mr. Durham.
Thank you, Mr. President. There's a couple of donations we're passing through, and then an adjustment for a repair, and then finally, there's a 4-cent adjustment to get things done at the end of a grant.
That's a big change. Anybody have any comments? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Ordinance 137-24 passes 7-0.
Resolution 138-24, a resolution authorizing participation in the Ohio Department of Transportation's ODOT Cooperative Purchasing Program.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Patton?
Thank you. This one relates to the following ordinance. They're both kind of regarding the same topic. That is regarding East Reagan Parkway. We all know that it does need attention due to the washboarding effect there. Dino and I have worked with some trade associations and come up with a recommended rehabilitation method, which includes the injection of polyurethane as a soil treatment to stabilize the soil and bring the individual concrete panels into alignment. This program is used by ODOT, and in fact, they have, through their cooperative purchasing program, the ability for us to enter directly into a contract with a company that's been through ODOT's bid process, therefore avoiding us having to go through a bid process. Saves quite a bit of time and effort. So the first one, we're recommending that we are authorized to participate in that program. And the second one is to enter into an agreement with Eurotech USA, which is the company that won the ODOT bid for the rehabilitation of Reagan Parkway.
Thank you. Any further discussion on the first resolution? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the resolution?
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Resolution 138-24 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 139-24, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Eurotech USA, Inc. to complete the rehabilitation project on East Reagan Parkway.
Move to approve.
Second.
This is the one Mr. Patrick just discussed. Is there any other comments? Mr. Patton, not Patrick.
Mr. Patrick, too.
Mr.
The only
Patton.
thing I would mention is the total estimated cost for this program is about $900,000. We would like to do a first phase, kind of a pilot program to gauge the results before we did the entire project.
Understood. Any other questions? Clerk, please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo again. Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Ordinance 139-24 passes 7-0.
At this time, I entertain a motion to add to the agenda Resolution 140-24.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to add Resolution 140-24 to tonight's agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll on adding Resolution 140-24 to the agenda?
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution 14024, resolution authorizing the mayor to file an application for grant assistance with the Ohio Cemetery Commission for a 2025 cemetery grant pertaining to repairs at the lake at Spring Grove Cemetery.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Mayor Hamel?
Thank you, Mr. President. So this opportunity for a grant came to Barbara late last week, and it offers up to $2,500 for repairs, infrastructure repairs at a city-operated cemetery. Nino and Jansen were counseled and felt that the most critical need right now is to take care of a repair in the leak, in a leak of the Hard-Edged Lake at the Spring Grove Cemetery. The grant amount is up to $2,500. We talked with some local folks we deal with for drainage issues, and they estimated the total project to be not to exceed $4,000. So if we're successful in this grant, it would be $1,500, roughly $1,500 city money out of parks and $2,500 from the grant. It could be a little less than that, but it's critical that we get this leak repaired. And the reason for the emergency clause is not only did we just get it last week, but it's due by July 31st, and that's not possible without the emergency clause. Thank you.
Okay. Well, the resolution's automatic, so anybody have any questions on the resolution? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the resolution?
Hare.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
DeSalvo.
Yes.
Resolution 14024 passes 7-0.
Council comments. Mr. Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to echo Mrs. Kirby and the mayor's comments about all the work provided by the city this past week and weekend during the fourth festivities, starting with Nino and his staff, the police department, the fire department, the life support team, and everybody that was involved from the parks department to make it another successful event. And just, we're always so proud of them. You know, they do such a nice job, so thank you, and be kind to one another.
Ms. Hare?
I was just going to say, we do have a great community. I got to watch the fireworks from a business off of the square. They were very nice. A lot of people were out to watch them. I did see the police officers out there directing the traffic, as there was a lot of it around the square, and it was very orderly. So I'd like to, again, remind everybody to be kind and be respectful of your neighbors and your community. Thank you.
Mr. Rose?
Yeah, I'll be brief. First of all, history will be made this summer with the two conventions. I just can't wait to see how everything unfolds there, and enjoy the summer.
That was quick. Mrs. DeSalvo?
Really quick. There was a discussion at my house on the 3rd of July as to whether or not the city of Medina permitted individuals to set off fireworks. So a phone call was made, and the person who answered the phone said, yes, you can. And I was very confused about that. And I was like, oh, okay. About 2 minutes after I hung up, they called me back and said, no, the state of Ohio permits it, but the city of Medina does not. So I appreciate the phone call back, and I appreciate them helping settle the argument at my house.
Anybody else? Again, we're on break for a little bit of time. We are exhausted. We need a little time off. But we're going to come back ready to go. So with that, meeting is adjourned.